Hello everybody, today we are going to talk about vertical rhythm. As you can guess, people, when they are creating a website, when they are designing their website, can have a rhythm or not. It's the same situation like when somebody is singing or they are dancing. They might have a rhythm for music or not. They are doing pretty good, but it doesn't feel so good like if it was done perfectly. So they would need to have a rhythm, right? And it's the same situation when you are creating website. The cool thing is that with the compass you can sleep well because you will have it established by compass. And the cool thing is that you just need to do one thing. You just go here, you are typing something like include, bam, and now the vertical rhythm is gonna be changed a bit. As you can see, now it feels a bit better, but you have got still that border which doesn't have padding between the text and the border, right? You don't have the margin here. So how to change it so it's a bit better? Well, in order to do it, let's check first to the style.css. As you can see, we created something like font size and line height, and by default it is 16 pixels, and it is 16 pixels multiplied by 1.5 because that's how M is working, right? So this is the default setting. You can of course change it. You can, for example, set here something like 12 pixels, and then as you can see now, it's gonna be instantly changed. And the cool thing is that it's also changing the line height, so it is proportional, okay, to the new one. So it's also cool. You can see it when I, for example, change it by normal way. For example, when I do the base line height and I use the variable, right? Base font size, and I change it to 12 pixels. I will do it that way, and I refresh it. As you can see, now it's a bit different. The cool thing is that when you are using the baseline here and you change, for example, to 12 pixels, you're making it proportional and it's skipping the rhythm. You can of course change this rhythm if you think that this read is wrong by setting the configuring variables, but well, they did this not by mistake that way, right? So you have got here some configurable variables if you want to change the default settings. But well, let's check what do we have, for example, for making grid for the borders, right? How to change it so it looks better. Well, we can go here and we can include for the paragraph something what is called the rhythm of borders, and bam. And now when we refresh, as you can see, we have got great margin between the text and the border, which keeps the rhythm. So it's pretty cool. When we go here, as you can see, it generated something like that. Pretty awesome. And when we change, for example, this to 16 pixels back, as you can see, this is a bit bigger than before, right? Pretty awesome. And what else do we have here? For example, imagine a situation where we want to change this first guy a bit. I want it a bit bigger, but I want to keep the rhythm. How to do it? Well, I will go to the paragraph, to the first paragraph. I created the class foo here, so I can go to foo, and I will go to the first of type. And I, for example, will include something what is called adjust, which means regulate font size to, and I will say 24 pixels. It will be very big, right? And bam, as you can see, it is keeping the rhythm. This space between is a bit bigger, right? Because of it. Well, maybe I think the default setting for this is a bit too big right now. So let's change baseline height to, for example, 20 pixels. But my read says that it's better than the default. So who knows who is the right person here? But as you can see, you can adjust one guy to keep the read still, and you can also, for example, do something like merging leader. This is a good thing. Merging leader, and here you can type, for example, hey, do it like 3 times by multiplied by the line height. And bam! As you can see now, it's bigger here. The leader here margin is a bit bigger. But of course it's a bit too big. Let's, for example, table like something like that. Well, it's good. Maybe 1. Yeah, it's still bigger than the one between these guys. Maybe not. Maybe something like that. Yeah, now it's good. We also can give to the last guy something like that, and then we'll do full first of type. We need to change it to the last of type. And then we type something like include merging trailer. Okay. When we refresh it, as you can see now, our scroll can go a bit farther. Okay, so that's how it works. And well, maybe sometimes you do not want to have the read borders. Maybe you want just a trailer. So you want something like include trailing border, something like that. And because of it, you're gonna have, well, we need to get this thing under the comment. Something like the line after each of paragraph. It looks pretty good. Okay, also, right? And of course, it is keeping the read that we set here. It is pretty cool. I think it's worth using. Thank you very much.